Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Wednesday, March 18th, 2015. Today's the big day. Auntie Yellen speaks. The biggest day of the month. Now, it didn't used to be that way, but it is now. Yesterday, we had housing starts, which disappointed. I don't know that it was, that bad of an event. Certainly, the market seemed to have shrugged it off. And today we have the EIA Petroleum Status Report and, of course, the Fed meeting announcement at 2 o'clock this afternoon. We'll see what kind of wording they use on that. It should be interesting. Rest of the week, very quiet on Friday, quadruple witching, lots of expirations going on, and Thursday looks sort of busy. Not really, there's just a couple of red ones in there, and some black ones. Black ones don't mean that much, but they're there, so they mean something. Across the ponds in Asia, we're looking mostly bullish, and Europe mostly bearish. Interesting election yesterday in Israel. Any other news items here? Let's see. They won decisively. I'm not sure. I thought it was close last night. I didn't read anything this morning on it. Why people do this, I really don't understand. But anyway, I guess that's the way men are, and some women too. I wouldn't say all men, but and then there's this thing, I don't even know who these guys are, Dolce and Gabbana. I don't even know who they are. But apparently they're pro normal marriage, or whatever, man-woman type marriage, and everybody's getting down on them. I don't know what's going on in the world today. Anyway, let's jump over and see what's going on in the futures here. Flat right now. Gold is at 1146, dropped a little bit overnight. Oil's at 44.20. Actually, I think it might be up a tad from yesterday, but down overnight. The dollar's at 99.9, right around at what's looking like resistance, right around 100 or so. That might be a mental resistance. And the euro against the dollar is $1.06 right now. Okay, you see something missing up here. Used to have Priceline in there, and I sold it for 8 cents, or I bought it back yesterday for 8 cents. I closed it for 8 cents, so I made $1.22 on that one. RUT is in trouble, and SPX is not looking all that healthy, but still not too bad. 2074, our short's at 2100, and RUT, I think our short is, where is our short? 1235 on RUT, and we're at 1242. Of course, it can make that move very quickly, and I'm hoping that it does, because I have to get out of it by tomorrow. And I'm not going to be able to do anything today. I have an outdoor project that I committed to a while back with somebody else, a work project. So I'm not going to be able to be in front of the market, I don't think this morning, but probably this afternoon. So we'll see what goes on when Auntie Yellen does speak. Let's start right off with our scan. Okay, right up off the bat, Apple is looking like it is setting up here for the third day in a row. I know it was on the books for yesterday, but I don't think it's the third day in a row. It's the second day in a row. that it is looking like as though it may want to give us an entry on the bear call side, or not, because it just could continue here. Looking pretty powerful right now. Probably not, would not get into this. I definitely, if we should get a hook, and if it's a hook off the Fed, I'm not going to get in. But if it hooks this morning, then I might get in this afternoon. All right, Amazon. We're in Amazon here. I believe we are. We did get a hook here when we got in. Was that yesterday? Yeah, I got into 2 yesterday. I'm sorry I forgot. Chipotle and Amazon. So we'll take a look at those. Amazon. This is where my short is at $3.80, and it's a $5 spread on that. And here's when I got in at this price on this candle. So now I'll get rid of this because I don't want any junk drawings scrolling off the screen here. Alright, so Badoo. Had a target set up here. It's having difficulty getting to it. I'm not going to chase this one. It's with the Fed thing, you know, I'm not going to, anything that might look kind of iffy, I'm not doing it. Chipotle, looking good here. This is my entry yesterday morning. This doesn't look good when you look at this candle. And it was a little bit lower than that, and I set my order. I added another nickel to my limit price, and it executed right away as it climbed back up. But then it came back down, so it's behaving fine. We're at $6.85 for the short, and that also is a $5 spread on that bear call. Costco, a little choppy here. Can't really figure out what's going on there. Just going to stay away from it for now. Peeking at the Dow, it's definitely not heading for any new highs. It struggled yesterday, whereas the other indexes, especially NDX here, had a pretty good day yesterday compared to everybody else anyway. So the Dow is struggling, and it looks like it's ready to start another down leg. So that may be telling for the entire market. Gold, oh man, that's ugly. Let's just move right on. Google, I was thinking about it yesterday, so I threw this in here because that's where I would have done a 570, 575 spread here. And did I didn't lock it in. I don't remember. I think the price was a little bit over $1. I'm not sure. Let me just lock this in. I think it was $1.05. So I'll lock that in there. So I was thinking about it, and I didn't do it because I'd already gotten into 2. So I didn't want to pile in anymore. Although that's not really a logical reason not to do it. But it was my reason yesterday. And nothing ever says that I operate on pure logic. If I did, I might be doing better than I am. So the unfortunate part is that I'm emotional, and I have emotions just like everybody else does. All right, Russell. Okay, LinkedIn. We have a target set, and we are waiting patiently. And I mentioned yesterday that the NASDAQ did pretty well. And again, I think Apple is kind of pushing that. And all of a sudden, I have a frog in my throat. And people were dropping like flies around here with some sort of bug rotating around, and I'm hoping that it didn't just grab me. I don't feel ill right now or anything, but It's a lung and throat bug that's going around here, and I'm the last person standing right now. Okay, what was I saying? Was I done with this? I think I'm pretty much done with that. It'd be interesting to see if we get a trend reversal here or not, but I'm still going to put it on the setup list for today because it qualifies. Let's throw an alert here, right at that level. And let's see what happens. Netflix still in. Keep going back to the well on this puppy, and I would say there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, this will be like, I think, the third time this month that I'm in Netflix. So take it while you can. Enjoy the ride. Priceline, we did get out of yesterday, so that was a good trade. I can take this alert off of here, and we can wait for another opportunity. Let's just slide this one over here. Actually, and then we'll delete this one. Remove. Okay. We're ready to rock and roll. We got a new down person pivot for this week. It sure did wait a long time, didn't it? We've been down ever since a week and a half ago, or 2 weeks ago, on the daily with the PPS. So we're waiting for another opportunity there. So the Russell here, we'll have to see what Auntie Ellen does to it this afternoon, because I don't think anybody else is going to have that kind of effect on this particular trade here like she would. So we'll see what happens this afternoon. And SPX is looking okay, healthy right now. I'm also looking to possibly get back in on this afternoon. So I don't know, maybe if I can be here at 2 o'clock, it might be interesting to see, depending on which way things go, if I can slip a trade in before they really take off. If that's what they're going to do. Who knows? And last on our watch list is Tesla. We were looking to see if we could get in on this one, so we are now in a setup on Tesla, so I will make note of that. And so what would I do today? If I was to get in on anything today, would it be an expiration of this week, or would it be next week's expiration? My best guess would be probably next week, because I already have like 3 of them that are next week. Netflix, Chipotle, and Amazon are all next week's expiration. So definitely if I did anything today, they would be next week as well. All right, so get out of class early, a little bit early today. Let's get out there and make some money. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.